My name is Shevez Freeman. I'm a captain in the United States Army. I'm here at TC getting my master's in higher and post-secondary education. I joined the Army right after 9/11. 9/11 happened when I was in high school, so I decided I wanted to help. I got stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and 8 or 9 months into my first assignment, I got selected to deploy to Iraq in 2003, and then I volunteered for a second deployment. Pretty quickly into my career, I started working with basic trainees, so like that 17 to 21-year-old population, and I really realized I enjoyed working with that population. So I said, okay, how do I figure out how to keep working with this population, but in the Army? So I was a company commander in the Army for a while at basic training, and then I went and worked in recruiting, where I traveled to different colleges and universities. And then from there, I went to teach at UCLA, and I was like, you know what? It would be amazing to end my career teaching at the military academy. So I applied for the program to teach at the military academy. I got accepted, and so they said, hey, you're gonna go get your master's at Columbia University. So I was super excited about that, to come to TC. When I got here, I realized we talk so much about social justice and the wealth gap, limited access for minority groups in the United States to higher education, and just all the learning that we did in those courses really taught me to look at the bigger picture outside of just myself and TC. The biggest thing I learned at TC that I'm definitely going to take into teaching from day one at the academy is to, they call it teach from the microcosm, but essentially being able to meet my student where they are and understand that each one of my students comes from a different background, whether it's religious background, even maybe socioeconomic status. The lessons that I took from Teachers College and getting involved in DEI work has kind of led me to some interesting places. So I ended up meeting one of the coaches for the women's wrestling team here at Columbia, and I spoke to her, and we've started kind of collaborating. She's aware of an organization outside of TC here in New York called Beat the Streets, and they help young girls kind of get into sports through wrestling, and they help with SAT prep, and they help with college prep and mentorships. So I will retire at 40, and I got to figure out what to do after that. So I would love to do nonprofit work and DEI work based on the things I've learned here at TC.